Hello, or good morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you're watching this. You know the drill by now. You've read the title. I'm practically a host on BBC Radio Derby, the amount of times I've been on it recently. So Martin, you're probably watching. If you're hiring, let me know. Yes, BBC Radio Derby has asked me to be on again. This time nothing coronavirus time capsule related. This time just to test out a new segment they've got called Set the Agenda. They ask you a bit about what's going on in your local area, and then they give you a little cheeky quiz at the end. I am the third guest on this segment. The previous two people got 2 questions right in the quiz at the end, which I'm expecting to just smash. Now, you probably have noticed the elephant in the room. I've got a new lens, so it's a little bit wider. I'm also dressed as a ballerina today because, as you probably saw, the first video I went on dressed as a banana. Second video I went on dressed as a distinguished Victorian gentleman. I'm starting to run out of costumes, but I do have quite a lot of pink things for some reason, including the tutu. I know you can't really see it, but it's on. Don't worry about it. So yeah, the running thing, you can't be seen on a radio interview, so you might as well dress ridiculously. That's what we're going for. Anyway, I'm expecting a call any minute from good old Martin at Radio Derby, so we'll just wait for that. There it is. Hello?
Hello, is this Aidan?
It is, hello.
Hello, it's BBC Radio Derby here. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Just checking, are you on loudspeaker at the moment?
I'm not.
Oh, lovely stuff. What I'm going to do is then, I'm going to pop you on hold, Aidan, and then Martin will be with you in about 2.5 minutes to play Set the Agenda.
Fantastic.
Hi, Aidan.
Hello, hello, hello.
Are you alright?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. So basically, exactly as we discussed, I'll be with you when the song ends in about 2 minutes' time.
No problem.
Time for the kind of new bit of the show that I'm, seeing how it goes, really. It's called Set the Agenda. I invite somebody living round here to come on and talk to me about what is happening wherever they are. What's on their mind? What are people on the street talking about and saying and that kind of thing. And I'm also going to test the knowledge of that particular person as to how much they've been paying attention to what's been going on in the world over the last 24 hours. Hello, Aidan. How are you doing?
Greetings. Yep, good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very well. Very, very well. Thank you very much. How, on a scale of 1 to unbelievably warm, are you?
I would say pretty solidly unbelievably warm, yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit too hot as far as I'm concerned. But I'm going to stop moaning because I did that a lot yesterday. I did a lot of moaning about how hot it was, and I should be counting my blessings that, you know, we've got nice warm weather to enjoy. So I shall stop my moaning and instead ask you what's been going on in the world.
Well, locally, there's something that everybody's talking about called the COVID snake, which is a project that's been set up in the local park, which is around 3,000 individually painted rocks that have just been set along in a snake along the big broadwalk.
Right, this is exciting. Right, so the COVID snake. And so have you seen it yourself with your own eyes? What can you describe it, what it looks like?
I have seen it with my own eyes, and it is quite something. It goes on for further than the eye can see, stretching into the horizon. And I think the aim is for it to go all the way around the park in the end, which is quite a ways.
This is a really good idea. So I'm presuming, children and people are getting involved in this. You turn up and you paint a rock or a stone that you found, then you add it to the line. Is that the idea?
Yeah, well, there's a local building company who's providing the so-called snake food, which is a bunch of just plain white rocks. And the idea is that you take it home, you get out your acrylics, you paint up a rock or two, and then you just add it to the snake.
Just paint up a rock or two, just do what you got to do. Yeah, just casually paint up a rock or two. This is such a nice idea because it's giving people something to do that puts a smile on people's faces, and then when you're out in the park, you can see it, and then more smiles aplenty, which is what we need right now. What was your reaction to it when you first saw it?
Oh, it's long.
Just long. Really long, and really colourful. Well, this is very exciting stuff, and I didn't know about that, I have to say. So thank you very much for bringing it to my attention, Aidan. I very much appreciate it. Now I'm going to be testing how much you've been paying attention, not just to rock snakes, but to things that have been going on in the world in the last, 24 hours or so. Do you pay attention to the news and things like that? Are you vaguely aware of things that are going on in the world?
Avidly, I would say. No, I've got a general awareness, but I wouldn't say I'm an expert.
Okay, well, look, I don't think you need to worry too much because we've played this twice already this week. And, well, I'll explain how it works. I'll put 60 seconds on the clock. I'll ask you a load of questions, and you just got to try and answer as many as you can correctly. That's all you need to do. But Phoebe, who played it, I think got 2. And, Megan got 2. And then we had Phoebe last night, who got 1. Which I'm not going to say is a world-beating score. But, you know, it's the taking part.
Wide open.
Well, it is, really. It is. You could steal it here. But it's the taking part that counts. But are you ready to give it a go?
I am, and I listened to yesterday's, and I thank you, Phoebe, for the good luck wishes. I plan to decimate your score.
Okay, fighting talk. Let's see how Aidan gets on. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. And here we go. France today announced the reopening of which iconic Parisian attraction?
The Eiffel Tower?
Some UK councils have warned the government they risk going bankrupt unless they get government help, but which borough council does come under? New York has imposed quarantine restrictions on 8 US states. Name just one of them.
New York?
The BBC announced today that its flagship Saturday night dancing show will return in autumn. What's it called?
Strictly Come Dancing.
Emily Evis said the Glastonbury Festival will be a double celebration when it comes back in 2021. But in which county is Glastonbury?
Dorset?
The Royal Mail today announced 2,000 job cuts in management. But what's the name of the red structure you put your letter in when you want to send it somewhere?
Postbox?
Cinemas will reopen next month. What was the name of the James Bond film that was postponed because of the virus?
Have a Nice Day.
No, it wasn't. It was No Time to Die. Well, you did very well there. We can safely say that you've beaten both Phoebe and Megan. In fact, you beat both of their scores combined. You got 4.
Commiserations to both of them.
I'll just go through some of the wrong answers. Yeah. New York has imposed quarantine restrictions on which 8 US states? You could have had Alabama, Arkansas, Arizona, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Texas, and Utah.
I'm from North Carolina. I should have said that one.
There we go.
Unbelievable.
Howdy doody. Emily Evis and the Glastonbury thing. Where is Glastonbury? Somerset is Glastonbury.
I was down south somewhere.
And the James Bond film that was postponed is No Time to Die.
Yeah, I remember now there's some internet talk about Billie Eilish doing the soundtrack, but it slipped my mind at the last minute.
You emerge victorious with 4 in 60 seconds. So well done, Aidan. You can. We're not doing it tomorrow, so you've won the week. You haven't won anything specifically, but you've just won the glory. So well done.
I'll take glory.
Good. That's all you're getting. Thank you, Aidan. Lovely to talk to you.
Good to talk to you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
All right, speak again soon.
Bye. Sweet. Well, clutch. Won the week. I'll take it. Not as good as I thought it was going to be. I feel like my questions were slightly trickier than the previous 2 days. I don't have any excuses. Thanks, Martin, for having me on. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Who knows? Maybe I'll be on Radio Derby again next week. It's pretty likely, actually. Have a nice day, as I said, which was completely wrong. But, Alright, see you, bye.